Hey everybody, this is Julie from ReadySetStamp.blogspot.com, and I am going to show you a card that I'm going to make, and it's for two things. Emma from Creative Time for Me is having a challenge where you should use your wild card cartridge. She's having a throwback challenge, and also so is Card Crazy 09 Mary. So I wanted to do this. You have to pick something from your favorite holiday. This is from Creative Time for Me. She said something from your favorite holiday, which I love Christmas. So I'm using this envelope actually because I wanted to use the Christmas tree. And you're never going to believe this, but I cannot find my gypsy. So I've misplaced it somewhere because what I would have done is laid that out on a mat on my gypsy and then push this over to the side so that I would just cut out this tree only and not waste the paper. But instead I did fit to page, which cuts this tree out at 5.5 inches. And then I had to cut it off of here, which is the envelope. But anyway, this is great paper, and it is called Lip Gloss from Basil Basics paper. And then this is the star also that is part of that envelope here. You can see the little star right here. So I cut that off because I'm going to save that for the top of my tree. And this paper that you see here, actually let me get the name of the paper. Okay, the paper that you see here is from My Mind's Eye and Wonderful Winter Glitter Holiday Papers. So this is the stack that I've taken that from Christmas time, and I cut out these bloom little flowers, and I'll show you where those are. I love these little flowers, and I've used them quite a bit before because I just love them. So I cut these out at 2 inches, and it cuts 3 different sizes at one time, and that was pressing the liner is how you get that. So this little idea here I'm going to show you guys, and where I learned this from is I Scrap Happy. She had did the top of a one of those chipboard albums, and it was a tree, and she had taken all these paper flowers, folded them in half, and she placed them on here, and it gave it a really neat, like flocked look. It was really, really neat. So anyway, you see me here with this. What I did was just cut a bunch of them out and did fit to page and cut them all out on my Cricut. And so the next step that you do is you take them and you fold them in half, and you can use your bone folder if you need to. And then I'm just going to adhere them onto this card and keep layering them. So like there's one there. I'm going to do that one a little bit lower because this star is going to go on top anyway and kind of cover that up a bit. So that's why I'm just kind of leaving that one there. And then I'm going to start smaller. So, and they're different colors, so you may want to flip it or things like that to add different colors. So I'll start smaller and put that there. And then keep layering one on top of the other. And keep going until I fill this whole Christmas tree up with these really pretty, and it'll look really fluffy. So I'm going to keep doing that because as you can tell, this will be very time consuming. So when I come back, it'll all be done. I'm going to be adhering it with these petite little zots. I could use glue, and that's probably the more economical way to do it, but I'm an instant gratification kind of girl, so I really want to see these stick quickly, and I don't want to wait for the glue to dry. So I'll be using these. Okay. All right. When I come back, you'll see it all done. Alrighty, so I'm all done putting all the little flower petals onto here, and then I flipped it over and trimmed off all the little pieces on the side here. I kept the parts hanging down here, that's fine, but just so that it trimmed it out to make it look more like a tree. And I got my little star here. So now what I'm going to do, I picked out some paper. This is the same Basil cardstock that I was telling you guys. It's called lip gloss. And this is going to go, and it matches this. And then this is from that same My Mind's Eye paper stack that I had showed you guys earlier. And that's going to go here. And then we're going to add this down to here. And I'm going to have to put this on a bigger card. So this is more like a 5x7 card, or like a 6, I think it's like a 6.5 by something. I can't remember exactly. These are just pre-done cards that come from Michael's. So it's going to go like this. And then I'm going to have my little star here. but I want to add a bow behind here. So I found this ribbon, and I think it's so pretty. So I'm going to put this behind here and tie a little bow and then add everything onto there. So I'm going to do this off camera because I'm not the best bow tire, and then we'll come right back. Alrighty, so here's the card where I added the little bow to it, and I ended up using a different ribbon. I have this ribbon called Hibiscus Burst from Paper Tray Ink, and I really liked the color and thought that it went really nice with this basil cardstock, so I just changed my mind and did that. And then what else I did is I went through the Wild Card Cartridge book, and let me show you which one here. It was the same thing that was on Bloom, and it had this little cute little tag here. It's called a frame. So I used this little guy here. I cut it out at 3 inches. So that's what you'll see here. And I stamped it with a My Pink Stamper stamp. And in the inside, I added a little rhinestone. And what I've done is use the same flowers that were to make this. I just had an extra one of those, so I took one of those. And so I'm just going to add this onto here for my little sentiment, believe, and thought that would be cute for Christmas. So there it is, guys. There's our final card, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.